Alright guys, welcome back for the 2024 Elite Series season. Got a new look this year, so let's go check out the Blaster rig. New boat, new look, new colors. We're ready to go for the new season, and I'm excited about it. Huge shout out to Blaster. I'm real excited about this partnership. Can't wait to utilize Blaster not only on the water, but off the water in many different circumstances through many different things throughout the year. I've been using Blaster for years since I was a kid, working with my dad for our family business. Now I get to really put it to the test, using it for fishing and all my travels. We travel a lot of miles, a lot of time on the road, and it's a lot of wear and tear that goes into the boat, the trailer, the vehicle, and everything. So having Blaster by my side is going to go a long way. So let's check out what's actually inside this boat. This is the brand new Ranger 520R, second year running a 520R from Ranger, and I really love this boat. It's a super fast boat, it's super quick, it's on plain easy, and it's definitely my dream rig. It's the best boat I've ever had. So a lot of the stuff that goes into it is a little bit more than I've ever had on a boat. Didn't go too crazy, didn't go too over the top, but I am excited about everything that went into this boat. Bass Fishing Electronics is who rigged it. They literally rigged it out, they decked it out from the bow all the way to the back. So let's take a dive in and see what we got. All right, so you got to power the Ranger 520R with the best engine on the market. That is the Mercury Pro XS 4-stroke 250. Been running Mercury for, I don't even know, about 7-8 years now. This is going to be my third 4-stroke. Love the engines, love everything about it, how easy, how efficient they are, especially the oil change process. I do all that on my own, very simple, very easy. It really helps, especially for someone like me who's constantly on the road, fishing and on the water, putting hours on that engine, trying to find some fish. Breaking it down, got to run the Bob's hydraulic jack plate. Running a 12-inch setback this year. Last year I ran a 10. Already can see the difference. I really do like that upgrade to the 12 this year. I feel like the boat gets up on plane a little bit better. I noticed I even get it about a mile an hour or two faster. So that's a great combo, adding that 12-inch Bob's Machine Shop jack plate. Running, again, 8-foot power pole blades. Been running those for I can't tell you how long. Great power pole, great anchoring system. And then as we come around the back, real important piece. A lot of people go without of it, but I never will. Precision Sonar Leash. You have to put one of these on your boat. They're very inexpensive, and especially today's day and age, you never know if you're gonna have that unfortunate circumstance when you're on the water where you might hit something. The leash is there to protect you. You buy it, you hope you never have to use it, but it's there, it's a safekeeping, it's something you wanna have to always be safe on the water and protect not only yourself, but anyone that might ride in your boat as well. So be sure to add a leash to your Mercury 4-stroke. Absolute must have, and like I said, I wouldn't go without it, and I know a lot of people that have now become a believer after seeing some of the things that have gone on with motors, you know, stumps, logs, trees, hitting some things. Never want to see that engine come in the back of a boat. All right, so a very important, one of those accessories that you just have to have nowadays. It makes life way easier, especially as a tournament fishing. Getting up super early mornings, early days, it's going to be dark. You add a Bass Fishing Electronics light to your power pole. It's always going to be there. It's a click away on a button. You turn it on in the morning, you can turn it off very easily. You don't have to worry about pulling the light pole out like we used to have to. Make it easier for your fishing time. Utilize the Bass Fishing Electronics light for your power pole. It is definitely a lifesaver, especially when you're on the water for many, many days. All right, so moving to the back of the boat, this is what powers the whole boat. Yes, the engine is what makes the boat go, but without the battery system, without having this back compartment, I can't do what I do. I can't turn the motor on. I can't run my trolling motor. I can't run my electronics. This compartment is so important, and I'm really excited about this new system I'm running. As you can see, I have 4 batteries in here. 2 are for trolling motor, 2 are for cranking, accessories, and all my electronics. So it's key to have as much power as you possibly can get, especially with what we put in these boats nowadays. For example, over here, I am running 2 12-volt batteries, and they are 135 amp hours. So I have 270 amp hours for my cranking, my accessories, my live wells, my lights, and all of my electronics, my graphs, my live scope, my Humminbird 360. So everything has plenty of power, plenty of amp hours to stay on the water all day long. Heading on over to that other side, you have the 2 36-volt new system I'm running this year. First time running a 36 volt, and I'm really excited about that. they are 60 amp hours a piece. So it's 120 amp hours total. That's more amp hours than I've ever had for a trolling motor system with my battery. So I'm looking forward to that. I really do push my trolling motor batteries to the limits, constantly on high. So I know I'm really gonna be able to maximize those batteries all season long, keeping that trolling motor on 8, on 9, sometimes even on 10, searching, looking, trying to find the winning spot during the tournament. Again, this battery setup that I have right here is key. In this back compartment, it's very spacious. You have a lot of room to work around, and that's a big thing for us on tour. You know, if we ever had to have a certain situation where we had to get at something, fix something, move something, I got ample amount of room to move everything around. I got my 2 switches over here. This one's gonna be for my power to all my accessories. This one right here is gonna be for the power to my graphs. If I ever need to work on them, I can get at them very easily. Also in the back here, I have the back anchor light. Again, this is now a spare once you add the Bassmaster Electronics anchor light to your power pole, and it just makes for a nice complete system. Also, as you can see, I added a prop in the back on the Bassmaster Electronics prop holder, and that's always something you have to have in your boat. I know a lot of people don't have an extra prop in your boat, but it's one of those things that you must have, because if you ever lose a blade on a prop, you don't want to have to idle or get towed back in if you can simply fix it yourself. And again, it's something you can store very easily with a prop holder in the back, and it's out of your way. You never have to worry about it. It's never going to get in your way. So it's an absolute must-have. And like I said, having a clean, nice and organized back compartment is key. And that's what I got with my MillerTech lithium batteries and the rigging process from Bassmaster Electronics. So that's why it is key to have it done professionally. All right, so on the back of the boat, I love the setup of the Rangers. It's very simple, it's very easy, and I've ran this type of boat for so long that I have the same pattern over and over where I keep the things in my boat. This compartment right here is always spare tackle, some extra boxes, things like that. I keep a first aid kit in there, keep a little extra paper in case of an emergency, and I also keep a wrench in there for if I ever have to change my prop. That's key. Make sure to have a very strong, durable wrench. Definitely don't want to get one of those plastic ones. Over on this side, this is more my utility area. I got, of course, some cans of Blaster in the boat. I carry a can of PB Blaster and also the Blaster multi-purpose lubricant. This is probably what I'm going to use about 99% of the time, anytime I'm inside the boat and trying to lubricate anything that needs to be lubricated. Over here, I also keep a spare set, some screwdriver kit, all different sizes. It is a little messy right now. Definitely have to organize it, but there's a lot of things that come loose on these boats. You have to have some sort of screwdrivers handy at an arm's length away anytime you do need to tighten something or fix something. I also have a couple wrenches in there, Boat FX culling beam. We also got, this is another big one. This is a portable jump start kit. And fortunately for me, I've never had to use it. I think I've let maybe 7 or 8 people borrow this. So something that is, again, not too expensive. It's a very inexpensive product, but it's something that can save your day on the water anytime if a battery goes down or anything like that. Or again, you loan it to someone for their use and it gets them back to a weigh-in for something. All right, so we got the live wells under the Blaster logo. This is where the money goes. This is where we make our living, and this is where we keep them alive. Ranger has a great live well system. I've had a lot of good luck. Don't hardly ever have any dead fish, so that's key. I keep my cull tags right here. This comes with Ranger. That is really nice. They have a cull tag system, making it very easy. I always keep 5 in there. If I ever kept less, kept more, I confuse myself. We get 5 fish limit, so having 5. Once I catch the 6th fish, I know whatever I'm culling it out, I swap it out. So very easily organized, simple, clean, and again, those cull tags never get lost. They never get misplaced because I can always attach them right then and there. Moving on to the dash. I've ran dual units for a while, running dual units again. Precision Sonar mounts I've used for now 4 years. Great mounts, super durable. Adding the Boat FX locks to each one, having those graphs locked up is key. You don't want to have them exposed. Having that lock gives me the added benefit, and it makes me feel a little better anytime I'm traveling, stopping at places. Running the Humminbird Apex 13. Man, this is a beast of a unit. Really looking forward to utilizing that Humminbird mapping, that Bassmaster mapping this season, and especially the side scan. I've always wanted to have a Humminbird at my dash for that Bassmaster. I know I've definitely been at a disadvantage of not having a Bassmaster in the past few years. Now I get to utilize that system and that technology to its fullest. Also running another 12-inch graph over here as well. We have the Ranger ride system. Everything here is on the ride system. I can control my live wells, I can control my lights, I can control everything in my boat. Also have a few extra accessory switches down here for my lights, my bilge, my live well as well. And got my paddle shifters right here. These are new to me. I've never had these before, but they're actually pretty cool. It took a little while to get used to them at first, but I really do like these compared to the standard ones that I used to have and you see on most boats. And then last but not least, I have a picture of my grandpa over here that says, "Get after him, my boy." For those of you who don't know, he passed away last year during the St. Clair event. Definitely a tough week. I found out the last day of practice. So he's with me no matter what, no matter where we go this year. So looking forward to that. And now I always have a passenger with me. All right, so let's take a look at the front deck. Ranger has the best front deck out of any boat out there. I get so many compliments all the time. A lot of people say, "Man, I thought I had a big deck until I seen yours." And that's what the Ranger boat is all about. Very nice fishing platform, a lot of space, a lot of storage. Starting with the cooler. This is an awesome cooler, super deep. Don't have anything in there right now besides one empty bottle, but we will be loading that up soon, especially as we are down south into some warm weather. Gotta stay hydrated, that is key. This box, one of my favorite, loaded up with arc rods, and the Ranger system for rods is incredible now. They've now gone to a 2-shelf system. If you really want, you could fit about 40 or 50 in there, and you never have to worry about them getting all tangled up, stuck together, breaking your guides. Those shelf systems are very nice. I even went and added some Evolve rod sleeves this year. No, I'm not sponsored by them, but I do feel like they are a quality product, and they're an absolute no-brainer. You can't get your treble hook stuck in those. It's going to save me time. It's going to make my life a lot easier when I'm trying to pull out some treble hook baits and some rods all year long. But yeah, that's an awesome box. Big upgrade Ranger has done on that box over the years. I really do like the changes they have made to that one. And then we dive into the center box. This is where I keep the majority of my box tackle. I'm loaded up right now. I got a lot of stuff in the boat, you know, just fishing a bunch of different lakes. But I keep a few baits right here that I'm going to grab quick. Anything that I might be using during the day. We were just out on the water, so I got a bunch of flukes, got some Zoom speed craws, got some Zoom speed worms, everything ready to go. Stuff that we use throughout the day. But all my boxes, I do like to keep some plastics in it. I do like to keep hard baits and things like that throughout each one. Each one's labeled, and it's just a nice, organized, clean system. Keep a rain suit up front. Blackfish rain gear, always got to have that in the boat. And again, got another sticker right here, and added these little clip systems that I typically should be hanging these bags on, but I decided to throw them here instead of putting them up there. But one day they will be up there. But for now, they're sitting down there, and we should utilize that system more. Always got to have a towel. Sometimes people go without a towel, and then you just wipe your hands on your pants and your shirt, and you get all fish slime everywhere. And then this other rod box, I'm pretty sure you can utilize it for shorter rods. I don't. I like to keep all my rods on one side. This side I put actually 4 life jackets. I keep 2 life jackets like these, and then I actually have 2 of the legit bigger heavy ones that fully wrap around your body. You never know who you're gonna have in the boat. If someone prefers one over the other, I have both. Always want to make sure I have a life jacket for anyone that does come aboard. Got my all-terrain bags loaded up with some plastics, swim baits. Got some Zoom Slinkies in one. Got some Spro Frogs in another. A lot of different things for each one. Got some swim baits in that one as well. All sorts of things like that I keep in those storage bags. Makes it a little bit easier, especially on some of the bigger baits. And then the only other thing that's in this compartment is my forward-facing sonar boxes. I got 2 of them in here this year, running up front. So We'll talk more about that, but that's where I keep the boxes. Very easy to access if I ever have to get at them, if I need to diagnose if there's ever an issue or a problem. But again, Bass Fishing Electronics rigged that super clean. I'm not going to like throw you in the compartment to really see what the boxes look like, but they are there. And it's key to have a clean system. They run up through the front. I actually put rod socks on them so all the wires stay together for each box, and that's key. So if I ever have a problem with a certain box, I know exactly which 3 wires go to it. And then this last little small storage compartment, keep a couple things in here like leader line. I got a bunch of Sunline leader line in there, some Sunline sniper, shooter, just some extra spools in case I ever need to re-spool them on the water. Do keep another box. This is kind of my like accessories and tools. Got some dip and glow, bunch of markers if anyone wants an autograph, some wacky rig tools. These are a big thing I actually put in the boat. So important. A cutter. You need these. A heavy duty cutter is key. You never want to not have one, especially if you ever get in a situation where someone gets hooked. Having this in the boat has definitely saved me on a couple occasions where if I had a hook in my hand and I had to pop the hook through, cut the barb off, I can easily get that out. If you don't have these cutters, it's sometimes near impossible to cut a hook, especially if they are a thicker wire. So adding those to the boat is a no-brainer. Got a couple extra pair of pliers, scissors for anything like that in case I ever misplace the ones that I have out on deck. Some reel spray, just some miscellaneous things like that, you know, things that I might use regularly while on the water. And then I keep some terminal boxes down in here as well, just apart from everything else. Alright, so now last but not least, we've made our way to the front of the boat. And this is where it goes down. This is what everyone, I think, wants to see. Everyone wants to know what's throughout the whole boat, but really, I know everyone wants to see what's going on up front. Are there any new crazy things going on the boat? Like I said, I didn't go too over the top this year. I know a lot of guys are doing certain things. I did add one thing up front that I've not had in the past. I do not have it on the boat right now since I am down in Florida. Been doing some shallow water fishing. But as you can see, this mount right here, that is going to be for the Powertran Foresight mount. That's a pull mount, and I'm going to be able to utilize that when I'm fishing offshore with a forward-facing sonar. So I really like that. It has a wireless hand control or foot control, whatever you prefer to use it, and you can also use it on a sweep mode. So I can actually run that, and it could be sweeping back and forth 180 degrees while I'm fishing off the other side of the boat, utilizing my forward-facing sonar that is on the boat. So that's going to be key. That's going to be a big add. I'm really looking forward to utilizing that. I had a couple instances last year where I think that really could have mattered, really could have played. Wish I had it then, but we have it now, and I'm excited about it. It will be on the boat very soon once I start getting offshore fishing in some tournaments. But let's talk about this whole system. Changing back to the Minn Kota Ultrex. The Quest I've had for now 1 month. I've been running it, and this trolling motor is insane. I can't stress how strong, how durable, how powerful this trolling motor is. It is blowing away the competition, everything about it. From the shaft, the bracket, the bolts, the screws, everything that goes into this trolling motor, it is just an absolute beast, and it's super fast. It can go 4.1, 4.2 miles an hour, and that's with a Ranger, typically a heavier boat. So I really do like this trolling motor a lot. I'm looking forward to utilizing it all year long and really putting it to the test. Definitely already started beating it up a little bit, trying to really test it, and it is passed on every aspect that I have. Excited about that. We, of course, as always, have the Mega 360. Gotta have that. I actually utilized it this past weekend on Lake Okeechobee in the Toyota series, trying to find some fish that were bedding up next to dead cut-off reeds. Having that 360, you could actually see those beds behind those reeds, so that was key. Big add. Always got to have 360 on the boat. I can't stress that enough. Forward-facing sonar is great, but 360 really gives me a different perspective of what the bottom looks like, and I've utilized that for years, and it's one of those things that has put so much money in my pocket, having that 360 on my boat. Adding the Humminbird Apex unit up front this year. Typically ran a Helix unit. The Apex unit is awesome. Really looking forward to utilizing that for Lake Master mapping as well, and my 360. The screen, the clarity, the high resolution that Apex gives off is definitely key. I noticed that my 360 is clear and better than ever than in the past. Got the Garmin unit here for forward-facing sonar, And then I got a Lowrance unit up here, which will be worked in with the Foresight pole mount as well. I run the Boat FX foam trolling motor pedal. That's nice. It's really nice, especially when you're down south, you're fishing, it's hot, you want to take your shoes off and just get a little sun on your feet. You don't have to worry about your trolling motor pedal getting super hot. All right, so as you can see coming down the L-Trex here, I have my forward-facing sonar, and it's on a little bit different of a mount than you normally see. I do get a lot of questions about this mount. This is a Fish Obsessed mount, and it's a new piece that I'm putting on my boat this year. I really do like it a lot because you can utilize it not only down in a downward position, a forward position, but you can also put it up in a perspective mode. Just like that, super simple, super easy. You can utilize it in 3 different ways, all by 3 clicks, and it's just like that. So having that is key for fishing all over, fishing different types of water, fishing around different styles of fishing. And it's that simple, it's that easy. We've never been able to do that in the past. Now I get the option for that, and that is big thanks to the Fish Obsessed mount. And of course, gotta have my Boat FX steps. Having the trailer steps is one of those things that I never thought I would need, but every year I do get a year older. So adding these steps are a no-brainer. I never knew how simple and easy it could be to get in your boat. So having these steps is super easy. Just like that, take 3 steps, I'm up in the boat, ready to go. Off to the water I go to go catch some fish. It's even easier when you do have to get off the boat to trailer your boat. There's no more trying to like stretch over your crafts, hurt yourself, fall, and potentially be out for the season. So adding the Boat FX step is definitely something I highly recommend to any trailer. All right, so if you're gonna run a triple mount in the front of your boat, gotta have the best. Precision Sonar triple bow mount is what I've ran. I think this is now my 3rd or 4th year running a triple bow mount. It is super strong, super durable. You wanna make sure these grafts are secure. Again, I do lock them with the Boat FX locks. The red is actually to match my blaster wrap, which is a new color for me this year. But again, back to the Precision Sonar mount, you need to make sure you lock these down, and they're not going anywhere on this boat. I put all my trust in Precision Sonar. There's a lot of high dollar items on the front of this boat, and I can't say enough good things about Precision Sonar over the last couple of years. They have literally been flawless, and I highly recommend you guys get yourself and protect your units, keep them safe, and you never have to worry about those units when you're running in those big rough conditions.